JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, Killy and Kerry on firearm charges. The police have arrested and charged 2 men with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition following separate incidents in their communities. Charged are 35-year-old Fabian Morris, otherwise called Killy, a farmer of Arcadia District in St. James, and 42-year-old Alfred Stanley, otherwise called Kerry, a businessman of Walderston, Manchester. In the first incident on Sunday, March 21, police were on operation in the area about 1:30 p.m. when Morris was seen acting in a manner that arose their suspicion. The police said he was accosted and searched, and a Taurus 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 18 rounds of ammunition was taken from his waistband. Morris was taken into police custody. Meanwhile, Stanley was charged after he allegedly squeezed a woman's throat and held a firearm to her side during a dispute in his parish. Stanley is also charged with assault at common law. Both men are to appear before the court at a later date, the police said. Police seized unknown firearm, 1 man arrested. The police have arrested and charged 28-year-old Raheem Burke, otherwise called Ice, of Torrington Park, Kingston, with illegal possession of firearm and illegal possession of ammunition, following an operation at Burke's home on Monday. The police said about 7:37 p.m. during a search of Burke's premises, 9 cartridges and 1 9mm pistol, make and model unknown, was found in a suitcase in his bedroom. He was apprehended and charged, the police said. 5 in custody after Clarendon armed robbery. 5 men have been taken into custody by the Clarendon police in connection with an armed robbery in the parish last night. Reports are that the police received reports of an incident at a mini-mart in the Palmer's Cross area and responded. According to Assistant Superintendent of Police in Clarendon, Eugene Downey, the team, acting on intelligence, intercepted a white Toyota Axia motor car along the Hayes Main Road in the vicinity of the Jamaica plant with 5 men aboard, including 2 teenagers.
Jano, 3 gunmen in the Axia, they right in front of the plant gate. They just go hold on pan the nasty rock. Jano, I wonder where them boy did up to in the night. I wonder who they did wait pan to come through this gate. Boy, them. Jaja.
A search of the vehicle revealed 2 Smith & Wesson 9mm pistols with 2 magazines, each containing 9 rounds. A quantity of assorted goods and an undetermined sum of cash were also seized. The men were taken into custody pending an investigation. Charges are expected to be laid soon. No plea bargain for Kenny's killer, says family. The family of Kenny Jackson said they will not accept any sentence less than the death penalty if the suspect, who was reportedly confessed to the murder of the 20-year-old, is found guilty. Speaking on behalf of the family, Kevin Williams, boyfriend of the deceased woman, said that the evidence against Robert Fowler appears to be overwhelming. We should not allow guilty persons to manipulate the system by using high-profile lawyers to solicit plea bargains on their behalf so as to get reduced sentences, Williams stated. If all the evidence stocked up against this individual, he should not be spared the death penalty, and from what we are hearing, there are mountains of physical evidence to proceed to a trial, he added. The victim's mother, Eunice Chambers, said Jackson's killer should never walk free again. We certainly would not want another promising young lady like my late daughter to be victimized in this vicious fashion, she said on Tuesday. Deputy Commissioner of Police, Fitz Bailey, disclosed that Fowler, a 50-year-old mechanic, was charged on Tuesday after giving a caution statement that was recorded in the presence of his attorney. Bailey said the investigation uncovered several pieces of physical evidence, including a handbag, a bank card, and other items believed to be the property of the victim. Ashamoy is also reported as being critical to the investigation. Bailey said that the accused led the police to a number of locations in Portmore where he allegedly attempted to dump the body before changing his mind. The findings of a post-mortem will determine if additional charges will be preferred. He is expected to appear in court on April 9. Jackson was reported missing after failing to turn up for work on March 24. 2 days later, her body, with the hands and feet bound, was discovered along the Dyke Road in Portmore. Customer service rep charged with rape and cruelty to child. A customer service representative of a Brunswick Avenue address in St. Catherine has been charged with rape, grievous sexual assault, extortion, and cruelty to a child following an incident in his community. Official reports are that in January, the accused, who is a friend of the complainant's family, caused the complainant to strip naked and kneel on the floor with a book in her hand as punishment for leaving the house. The police said on a separate occasion in January, while the complainant was having online classes at the home of the accused, he allegedly called her into his room and sexually assaulted her. The police said the accused subsequently threatened the complainant that her family would be informed that she was sexually active if she refused to pay him $10,000. The complainant then told her aunt, who reported the matter to the police. The accused was arrested and charged on Wednesday, March 24. Man accused of trying to steal car, arrested. A man accused of trying to steal a motor car from a shopping plaza in Crossroads, St. Andrew, was arrested on Monday afternoon. The incident, which attracted a crowd, played out in the Sampars supermarket parking lot on Retirement Road. According to a man claiming to be an eyewitness, the man was trying to steal a green Toyota Corolla. The man said he was alerted by another motorist who told him that the suspect was driving a grey Nissan Eddy wagon and was accompanied by another man who was sitting in the back of the vehicle. When I came over, I realized that a vehicle was next to the vehicle that was suspected of being broken into. When we went closer and told the persons to come out the vehicle, they refused and proceeded to exit the premises, but the chain was there, he said, pointing to a chain drawn across the exit. The man at the back of the car came out and was pleading his innocence, but the driver still continued to break through the chain, and there was some damage to the vehicle to prove that, he said. At the scene, the accused man was seated on the ground in handcuffs while his accomplice had escaped. We were helped by an armed personnel who was on the premises, so we managed to detain him on the ground, and then the response team came, he said. A bunch of motor vehicle keys were found in the trunk of the suspect's car. Chang commends police in Canis Jackson's murder case. Deputy Prime Minister and National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang is commending the police on what he termed a swift and comprehensive investigation, which has resulted in murder charges being laid on a suspect in connection with the brutal murder of young Canis Jackson. Chang, in a statement yesterday, said that while a priority of law enforcement is to prevent the commission of crimes, in particular, vicious acts of criminality against the citizenry, when these crimes occur, swift resolution is paramount. It's important that when these crimes occur, a diligent investigation is carried out and moves made by the police to swiftly bring perpetrators to justice. It's in that context that I commend the police for work done in the Canis Jackson investigation, Chang said. Chang, in his statement, renewed his call for a reawakening of the consciousness of the Jamaicans to protect all citizens, and in particular, women, children, and the elderly. The Deputy Prime Minister reiterated that the government of Jamaica will not relent or be dissuaded by naysayers who appear willing to attempt to disrupt strong, proven, and credible measures intended to reduce violent crimes. Jamaica records 389 new COVID cases, 9 deaths. Jamaica recorded 389 new cases of COVID-19 and 9 additional deaths yesterday, bringing the total number of confirmed cases to 39,237 and the death toll to 596. According to the Ministry of Health and Wellness, 8 of the 9 deaths were men. The total includes a 62-year-old from Portland, a 68-year-old and a 72-year-old from St. Elizabeth. 2 of the men, ages 67 and 68, were from Westmoreland. Another 2, 54 and 64, from St. Catherine, and a 65-year-old from Kingston and St. Andrew. An 82-year-old woman from St. Mary also died. Of the 389 new cases, there were 209 females and 180 males with ages ranging from 5 months to 98 years. The cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew, 95, St. Catherine, 61, St. James, 38, Westmoreland, 42, St. Elizabeth, 29, Manchester, 23, Trelawney and Hanover, 20 each, St. Thomas, 19, St. Mary, 18, St. Anne, 14, Portland and Clarendon, 5 each. The country also recorded 124 recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 17,598. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.